All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. So I watched the presidential debate last night. I watched a portion of it, probably about 45 minutes of it, the last 45 minutes. And um, by my estimation, there's absolutely no way that Trump can even remotely redeem himself. Um, the level of outrageous and downright stupid remarks that he made were stunning. Given the fact that we're talking about a presidential debate, this is not a barbershop conversation. This is not an online, comments section. You're talking about being the president of the United States of America. And I think that was what I took away from Kamala's commentary, which is basically she kept repeating again and again and again that this person lacks a fundamental understanding and respect for the office. He doesn't understand the nature and the stature of that position. He's a laughingstock. He's a complete misfit in this regard. He's unsuitable for the position because he just doesn't have the level of maturity, basically, to do this job. And again, when I juxtapose her strategic position to, like I said, the things he said were ridiculous. The highlight of it all for me was when he started to say that the immigrants are eating people's pets. Like, I almost laughed, but it's so pathetically shameful for the president. The president, you're on national television, and you're talking about immigrants are running down, they're setting traps for people's cats and dogs. It's just so ridiculous. It's so embarrassing. But now the only reason why I'm pointing this out is because it really is indicative of a bigger problem that we have as American people. Americans are getting dumbed down by the day. You have to look at Donald Trump as your problem. You have to look at yourself as there's a part of Donald Trump that is trying to appeal to an aspect of the way you think and your lack of preparedness and your inability to think critically. He's appealing to you. He's not talking to somebody else. Donald Trump is trying to talk to you, and he thinks that he can talk to you at that level. That's the problem that you really need to identify. And not just because of Donald Trump. The presidential election and they already have their plan mapped out for the next 100 years. They're going to do exactly what they're going to do. So you don't have to really, freak out about if it's Kamala or Trump. There's a plan that they're going to follow. What I want you to understand is that there are people within your community. There are people who are positioning themselves as spokespeople for our tradition and for our ancestors, who are as ridiculous and outrageous and ill-prepared as Donald Trump. And they're standing up and they're telling you all kinds of just foolishness. Every single day they're getting on. And you're scrolling and you're watching and you're liking and you're laughing and you're carrying on with these people. And they are insulting you. They're insulting your intelligence all day, every day with this nonsense that they're telling you. Foolishness. It is pure, unadulterated foolishness. Now, they look the part. They wear the hat. They have the beads. They call themselves all kinds of stuff. But if you listen with a discerning ear, you're going to hear things as ridiculous and outrageous as the immigrants are eating your cats. Stupid. You have to call it like it is and distance yourself from that kind of nonsense, no matter how appealing it may look. Sometimes some of the people look beautiful. They look dazzling. They look, but the nonsense that they're saying is just filth. Sometimes the people look very convincing. They use a few words here and there. They know a buzzword, but what they're saying, the conclusions that they're coming to, the directions that they're pointing you into are are outrageous. They're an embarrassment, and they're an insult to your intelligence. They're an insult to what you know, what you ought to know is part and parcel of being a highly functional adult. Okay? As an adult, you understand that there is a process, there's a sequence of events, there's an order of operations, and that sometimes you just got to do what the recipe calls for. Sometimes you just got to show up and put in your work. Sometimes you need to sit down and you need to be patient. Sometimes you just need a plan. Sometimes you just need a plan. Sometimes you just need a plan. Some of the things that you want to accomplish can only be realized through taking step-by-step provisions. It's just, there's no other way around it. Stop letting people talk to you like you're an idiot and make you believe that if you put this thing in your shoe, that the bank vault is just going to open up for you. That's ridiculous. Stop letting these people have you believe that if you just, take that step into that room and look at this thing, this image, and say something to it, that all of your wishes are just going to start coming true. Stop. That's ridiculous. Some things can only be realized by the virtue of your commitment to a purpose. Hey, you know what? This is what it is. This is what I'm standing for. This is what I believe. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you dislike me. I don't care if you agree. I don't care if you disagree. This is why I'm here. This is what I intend to do. If everyone stands with me or nobody stands with me, that's the direction I'm going. Sometimes what you want and what you need, it can only be realized to the degree that you're willing to stand for it. Everybody else can sit down, but I'm not. I'm going to stand for it. I may not be able to take a step forward. I may not be able to run forward, but at the very least, I'm going to stand for it. All of y'all can sit down if that's what you want. You want to sit down and in the face of nonsense and foolishness, y'all can all sit down. I'm going to keep standing. I don't have to scream. I don't have to shout. Today, all I need to do is stand. Some of the things that you're going to accomplish will only be realized that way. Oh, if I call myself a priest of this, and if they know me as a priestess of that, then they'll respect me, and that's all you're looking for is the look. All you want to be able to do is say that I'm a this. But you know what a priest does? What's the difference between a priest and a devotee? What's the real difference between being a priestess and being a devotee? What do priests do? And what do devotees do? What? We obey. We pray. We follow the directions that the divinities give to us. The only difference between a priest and a devotee is that a priest does it for everybody. A priest is like a fireman. Hey, fireman, the building is on fire. The fireman runs in. It ain't even his house. Everyone else is going to worry, hey, man, if my house is on fire, I'm running in to get my stuff. I'm running in to put the fire out. If it's somebody else's house, well, maybe not. That's the difference between being a priest and being a devotee. You're prepared to take care of your spiritual life. That's what you do. Now, if you can't do that, if you can't pray, if you can't make offerings, if you can't be patient and wait for the deities to move in the divine timing, then you're not even a devotee, let alone a priest. So don't let people have you believing that there's some kind of like magical difference and that you're going to become something else. You're going to be so revered and so respected and so honored because you call yourself a priest. because you call yourself a priestess. It's not real. Look around you. How many people who call themselves priests and priestesses are revered and honorable? How many? How many of them are living their destiny? Look around. Use your common sense and your own eyeballs. Do you see a multitude of people, truckload of beads, you can see them living their destiny? Come on. Give me a break. But this is how people are talking to you when they don't respect your intellect, when they don't respect your critical thinking skills, when they don't respect your real exposure to the nuts and bolts of progress and elevation. When they know you have never done anything, you've never been anywhere, you don't know what it is, they're telling you a fanciful tale about something that you'll never really explore. And they're hoping that you're going to keep buying it. No, I say, forget that. What we're here to do requires something different. Our mission and our purpose here requires that you're fully grounded in reality. And when you're fully grounded in reality, it's going to be so much easier for you to discern and make the difference between, people who are sensible and people who are just playing you, people who are pandering to you. Okay. And when you're committed to fulfilling your destiny and really optimizing your role and your purpose, then you will not hesitate to turn those people off, to walk away from those conversations, to reject those notions every single time they come across your screen. And this is my message to the leaders, all the folks who are really ready to use your natural gifts and talents in service to something greater than yourself in an effort to help bring about the good condition for your life and the lives of those who you're destined to serve. If you are one of those people, then I want you to visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com and find out how Oloye Obafemi Origunwa and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy can help you take your practice and your life to the highest level possible. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odabo.